how to create a biological counterbalance to AI and algorithms. Many humans are excited about AI solving all of the human problems. Some humans believe that AI will be able to sort out what is true and what to do about it. However, AI is merely another tool, and often a tool can also be used as a weapon. The more powerful the tool, the more likely this becomes, and the easier it is to lose control over it. There will be small groups of humans who use this tool as a weapon. It will be highly effective when used against the monkey brains of humans. Most humans will not even be aware, or understand, or care. There are two problems with the idea AI will be able to determine what is true, what is important, and what to do about it for the humans. The first is that AI is a tool, or a weapon. If it is being used to determine what is true and what to do about it, then it will be the most powerful tool or weapon humans have ever created. Who is wielding the tool or weapon? Who is in control? And who could take control? The more powerful the tool or weapon, the greater incentive there is for small groups of humans to use it in their own interest. AI will be able to solve many problems, but there will still be the human problem of distributing and balancing power. The second problem is the source and quality of the information the AI is using to determine what is true and what to do about it. Humans create a lot of digital information, and AI can be very useful for aggregating it and revealing correlation in large data sets, seeing patterns that humans cannot. But how will it determine what is important and what is true? A complex and opaque algorithm functioning as decided upon by a small group of humans? How exactly will it work? Will even the small group of humans that created it truly understand? Will there be emergent properties? What will the standard and quality of information be that it is assessing? Will it decide which information and ideas should be left out? Will a small group of humans decide? The input into the AI all originates from humans. Ultimately, the question is, what quality of input do we want the AI to be fed? What important things do humans want an AI to decide? And what important things do the humans want humans to decide directly themselves? AI may become better at doing many of the things that humans do, but it must still be up to the humans to do the most important things, determining what is true, what is important, and what to do about it. Humans must not resign their fate and self-determination to a deterministic mirror of their own invention, not with a smile, a frown, or while entirely distracted. They must hold on to their fate with their own hands. They must become the mirror that directly reflects and distills the most important human thoughts and ideas, rather than a digital funhouse mirror that distorts their ideas back at them. It must be all the individual humans that sort out the human ideas. It must be humans that determine what is most important, that determine what is true. They must be deeply integrated in every step of this process. The technology should serve as roads that connect them and provide some direction. It must be the humans that are in the driver's seat. It must be humans that are driving. And in some cases, when it is most important, they should be walking on their own 2 feet, without any sort of AI or algorithm in sight, even if it's not as fast. Determining what is true, what is important, and what to do about it are the most important tasks humans have. As technology continues to advance, they will develop new ways to do this. What do the humans want this system and structure to look like? There will be small groups of humans building this system and structure. They already are. Should the majority sit silently and wait for the small groups to create whatever they wish to create? I say no. All the humans must decide this together. The system and structure they create for determining what is true, what is important, and what to do about it must not just integrate humans into each important step of the system. It must only be operable or effective with many humans involved by design, so that no small group of humans or computer can control it. With many humans independently interfacing with it, it becomes a living, growing system for determining what is true, what is important, and what to do about it, that creates a continuous and immutable historical record of all that humans have determined is important. Without many humans interfacing with it, it does not function. Without many humans independently interfacing with it, it becomes a static, immutable historical record of all that humans determined is important. That remains easily accessible to many humans. Once they build this structure, they will be able to determine what is important and what the interests are of individuals, groups, and the collective. They will all be able to understand and mediate the trade-offs between the different groups. The collective is all life and intelligence in the universe through time. This category includes not just the current life on Earth. It will be able to represent what is important and the interests of future humans not yet born through time. The animals and other non-human life forms on the planet, the entire Earth's ecosystem of life. It will allow the humans to mediate between all the different interests of all the different humans and anything else that might have interests. Then, if human creation or exploration one day approaches the realm of God, if the humans create true AGI, or if they suddenly come into contact with some other new form of intelligence in the universe, they will have a system and structure to represent its interests, so all the individual humans can understand. Human interests will be represented so it can understand, and they can mediate and determine the trade-offs between them through time. In ecosystems, there live many different life forms, each acting in the interest of their own species. These ecosystems have boundaries and constraints that limit endless expansion of both populations of each type of life form in the system and the system itself. The population and activity of any one type of life form can only expand so much until those life forms put too much pressure on the system. Either the population of that life form will collapse and the system will balance out, reverting to the mean, or the entire system itself will collapse, creating a new, smaller mean. The Earth is a closed ecosystem within which humans exist as a single type of life form. The humans often forget this. They think of themselves as different or separate from the rest of the life forms. Whether they consider themselves the same or different, human activity has now created more mass than the mass of all biological life forms on the planet. The humans are reaching the boundaries and constraints of the system within which they live for the first time. The population is operating at a global scale. They are starting to bump into the constraints and risks. They must determine what is true, what is important, and what to do about it at the scale of the system they live in, or the system will remind them they are just one population of life form in the system, or they will remind themselves. The strange nature of the circumstances humans find themselves living in is many things. Kind or gentle is rarely one of them. Do humans change or stay the same? The answer to this question is yes. Humans grow. The collective human is still a child, just bumping into things as it runs down the path, playing and learning, at least half smart, but not yet wise. Playtime is over, children. There are monsters coming down the path towards you. They are just around the corner. The humans never know when they might appear. It is time to take seriously the future that humanity is barreling towards. They must all determine together what is true, important, and what to do about it before a small group of humans, or something else worse, does so for them. All the humans must ensure that humans, along with AI, are deeply integrated in the system for determining truth, importance, and what to do about it. This process of determination must be public, immutable, and allow the input of every human and AI model. This system must be simplified and standardized so all can understand what all the other humans and AI models believe. From it will grow a shared map of reality and a way for the humans and AI to learn, understand, align, and exist in harmony together along with the other forms of life, intelligence, and consciousness in the universe. Who am I? I am just an ant, alone, without resources. What can one ant do alone? Should you help the ant? What is the most important thing a human can do with their time and resources? Have you been searching for a connection to something greater? If all the ants invest just a small amount of time and resources, how large could the seed grow? That is for you to decide. There are links in the description. Share, like, subscribe, grow.